This has been the most challenging journey ever, the entire year, from last year to this year, with getting the heaviest I've been, very uncomfortable, the leanest I've been, super hungry, very low energy. So I'm about done. Hello everyone, my name is Brianna, but you can call me Bri. I'm a personal trainer and a nutrition coach with a passion for bodybuilding. Now, in today's video, we are going to talk a little bit about my upcoming show. But to those of you who are new, let me brief you. I am a wellness competitor. I compete with the NPC. This is my third year competing in the wellness division, and I have been trying for 3 years to improve my physique and earn my IFBB Pro card. Now, so far this season, I have done one local show, which I'll have a link in the description box below if you want to see how that went. I've done one national show, the NPC Universe, in Teaneck, New Jersey at the end of June. It's going to be linked below in the description box if you want to check out how that went as well. And currently I am preparing, it's been 5 weeks since NPC Universe, and I am preparing for NPC North American Championships in Pittsburgh. We have about 3 weeks to go, and let's take a look at what happened in those 5 weeks after Universe. What have I been doing in terms of training, nutrition, how has my physique changed, as well as some stats. Here is a quick posing video from my check-ins this week. I am currently sitting at about 136-ish pounds. This is by far the leanest I have ever been in my entire fitness career. It's so crazy because this competition season, improvement and competition season, I reached 2 far ends of the spectrum. I was the heaviest I've ever been in my fitness career, and currently I am the lightest I have ever been in my fitness career. So if you want to take a look at some stats, during NPC Universe I was about 147.8 pounds, and currently I'm sitting far below that, so my stage weight is going to be very different. And now let's take a look exactly at what happened with my training. Back then I had 1-2 leg days per week. I was doing 1 upper body day per week, and I had, I want to say, 7 cardio sessions that were ranging between 15 to 50 minutes of just steady state cardio. My calories were between 1700 and 2000 calories per day, depending on what I was training each day. We did the show, and now I've had 8 weeks to improve between one show and the other show. So in that duration I kept up. I initially had 3 leg days, and now I'm back down to 2 leg days a week. I am not training upper body anymore. Can you tell? I am not training upper body almost anymore. Maybe once every couple of weeks if I feel like I have the energy for that, but it is really difficult because, as you can imagine, my energy stores are lower and lower. My cardio is still 7 days a week, but it is a lot more than before. My shortest session would be about 40 minutes, and my longest is about 70 to 75 minutes. This time around I'm using a bunch of different techniques to lean out as much as possible. So my cardio is split between high intensity, 10 to 20 minutes, and the rest will be steady state cardio on mainly the Stairmaster or the bike. And I have also changed my calories a little bit, so I'm anywhere between 1700 and 1850 depending on what I'm training each day. But since I decided to cut out carbs and be keto, which I made another video on, which you will find the link to in the description box below. I do have a lot of links to add for you guys. It doesn't really matter what am I training. I am trying to deplete the glycogen store from my muscles, and this is exactly what we call being flat. I feel very flat because my muscles feel very deflated, but I do have abs, and the smallest my waist has ever been. Do we call this team no waist? I hope so. Since I love giving you a piece of advice at the end of every single prep update, something that I see very often in the bodybuilding world is people who start prep either for the first time or they've been working with different coaches, and on day one their coach puts them on an hour if not more of cardio. Now, this is a quick recipe for disaster, because the way that things work, we start somewhere with our cardio and then we need to increase the cardio, decrease the calories. If you already start at 1 hour of cardio, it's how much more cardio can you possibly sustainably do, unless all you do is bodybuild, but most of us do not. We actually have jobs, and even if you don't have a job, you're going to be tired because your calories are dipping down and your cardio is increasing. And I see far too many people being okay with their coaches putting them on an hour on day one, and then week 2 of prep they are totally burned out, they don't want to do this anymore, they start cheating, they start slacking, their body stop responding. And that's a problem, because a normal prep should be about 16 to 20 weeks long, and you can't continue increasing. And guys, don't do this. It's my only piece of advice. If you hire a coach, speak to them at first, speak to their athletes, get a sense of what their approach is going to be. You don't need to ask for a plan set in stone, but maybe ask them like, hey, how are we going to start with cardio? Are we going to start with small sessions and then increasing? You should totally feel free to ask a coach what their approach would be towards your prep. Even if they don't know you, they should kind of give you some responses that sound a little soothing, like, yes, we're going to start here and then increase. Yes, we're not going to completely starve you. Yes, there might be refeeds depending on how you're looking and stuff like that. A coach needs to work with you and for you and not against you. And people doing 2-3 hours of cardio a day are really burned out and stressed out. And that's all I have for you today, guys. If you'd like to see more regular updates from me, you can head down to the description box below for all of the links that I left you before, but also find my links to Instagram, TikTok. And if you'd also like to be coached because maybe you want to compete in the future, or maybe you just want to get in a better shape, I promise to be the most sustainable coach out there. You can head over to my website, get in touch with me. We'll set you up with a consultation, and we're going to chat about how are we going to work towards your fitness goals. But in the meantime, I'll see you during peak week.